Hi friends, today we're going to be reviewing and working with rounding numbers. Okay, so there's this little rhyme that we have to help us remember that, and then I'm going to show you some examples. So with rounding, you mark your place, then look next door. If it's 5 or greater, add one more. Numbers in front stay the same. Numbers behind, zeros their name. So what does that mean? Well, if you look here, when you're marking your place, let's say we want to round to our tens place. So we mark our tens place with that line. So it's a 3. Looking next door, you're looking at the numbers on the right. The next number on the right. If that number is 5 or greater, you're going to add a 1 to the tens place. In this case, it is. So that 3 is going to become a 4 because we're going to add 1 to it. Any numbers in front of what we've marked, so the 2 in this case, are going to stay the same. Anything behind it is going to get turned into a 0. So 237, rounding to the tens place, rounds to 240. So you can see in here, if it's less than 4, round down. If it's more than 4, you're going to round up. And that basically means that you're going to add that 1. If it had been 233, you wouldn't have added anything to the middle, to the tens place. It would have just been 230 instead of 240. So let's look at some. Let's say I have the number 127, and I'm trying to round it to the tens place. So I look at my tens. There's a 2. I look next door. It's more than 5, so I'm going to add 1 to this. So it's going to become 130, because anything after the number I marked stays 0, or turns to 0, excuse me, and everything before it stayed the same. So let's say we had 531. Well, tens again, I mark my 3. I look next door, it's a 1, so I'm not going to add anything. So the hundreds place will stay the same, tens place will stay the same, and then the ones place will become 0. So 531 rounds to 530. Let's say you want to round to the hundreds place. Or that would be with 1,000. So just, which you're not going to have to worry about. But I do want you to look at. Okay, so looking at a bigger number. Let's say we want to round to our hundreds place. So marking my hundreds place, looking to the left, I see that it's a 7, so I'm going to add 1. So anything before that's going to stay the same, so the thousand's going to stay the same. I added 1 to my hundreds place, and then everything after it is zeros. So I wanted you to see how that would change, how there would be more than 0. So 1,674 rounds to 1,700. Okay, and you could even do that without the thousands in there. I just wanted to give you that stretch. So if you had 592 and you wanted to round this to the hundreds place, nearest 100, check, underline my hundreds, marking my place. Looking next door, it's a 9, so I'm going to have to add 1. And then everything afterwards is going to be a 0. So I added my 1 to the hundreds place, it became 6, and everything after became 0. So 592 became 600. Okay, so that's a quick review on how to round numbers. So you're going to have that practice as well for today and tomorrow. Okay, have a great rest of your day, friends.